So, NXT after Stand and Deliver, let's break it down. First off, we had Roxanne Perez opening up the show as she came out and cut a heel promo, and she's really embracing this heel character. She gets better and better every time she comes out. The crowd started chanting, "You deserve a chance," because obviously she won the NXT Women's Championship, and she was like, "I don't want your you deserve a chance. I should have had that last year." Anyway, then out comes Lyra Valkyria saying that she wants a rematch tonight. And Roxanne's like, "Are you stupid? Are you silly?" Anyway, Tatum Paxley comes out and she's standing next to Lyra, all like, usual with Tatum Paxley. But then she attacks Lyra and she throws Lyra into the steel steps and then runs away. I could see that coming, but I didn't think it would happen tonight necessarily. That's going to be really, really interesting. But Lyra was like selling her arm, but not really selling her arm. And you could even hear the ref be like, "Sell your arm, sell your arm." That was weird. That was weird. It was, not the greatest work. Oh, and then out comes Natalya to confront Roxanne, and she basically puts her claim in for a title match, and Ava comes out and makes it official. So we're getting Natalya versus Roxanne Perez later. Then we had Nathan Frazer and Axiom backstage, obviously they had a backstage interview prepping for their match later on, where Nathan Frazer and Axiom actually said that if they lose, they will separate. Then we get Chase U thanking Kalani Jordan and Fallon Henley for the match this weekend at Stand and Deliver with Tia Hale. And then in comes JC Jane and her group of people. And JC says to Andre Chase, "Did you tell Tia Hale the actual reason why I had to bail you out? Back when Chase U was going to be disbanded for its financial issues." And then she basically told the story that Andre Chase actually bet money on Tia Hale back at the American Bash way back when, where he threw the towel in. But he bet on Tia Hale and he threw the towel in because she was getting hurt. So essentially, he cares more about his people than the money. And for some reason, Tia Hale is upset by this. I suppose maybe she's upset because it was all her fault essentially. But it's interesting stuff. I guess I don't know where they came up with this story now. Then we had Kiana James, Izzy Dame versus Kalani Jordan, Fallon Henley. Pretty decent match, I'm not going to lie. And the whole time through this match, the one thing I was thinking was NXT North American Women's Championship. That's the whole thing. The thing I was thinking about. I was like, any of these women could get it. Obviously, Lola Vice later on mentioned it. Sol Ruka. There's so many options for this mid-card title. And this is why I've been calling out for a mid-card title on the main roster. But they're obviously trying to test it out on NXT first, which is a smart move, I guess. So Kiana James hits her 401k and gets the win for her and Izzy Dame. Then we get to see our first real look at Javon Evans, and boy, can this man move. He's bouncy, like he says. Anyway, he had a little bit of a hype package, as he called it, and this man just oozes charisma as well. Not only can he do the stuff at the ring, but he oozes that natural charisma, which I quite like. He took on Scripps. He was bouncy. Scripps was bouncy. Good match overall. I enjoyed it. Obviously, nothing too spectacular. Nothing crazy. Javon Evans is still pretty green, but he can do the moves. So it's all about seeing how he develops. But Javon Evans ended up getting the win with some sort of corkscrew. I don't know what you call it. You guys will have to go check. He spun a lot of times and then landed on Scripts. You guys will have to go and check it out for yourselves. Then we got NQCC, in other words, no quarter catch crew. That gets me every time. Talking backstage about Bloodsport because Charlie Dempsey was a surprise appearance at Bloodsport, and no Drew Gulak around, which was interesting. This is obviously in light of the Ronda Rousey situation with Drew Gulak, and he's not around anymore. It's going to be interesting to see if that group can survive without him. But what you have to do, you have to do. Then we got Ridge Holland backstage saying how he doesn't know what happened to him and he needs to apologize to Joe Gacy. But of course, Joe Gacy was somewhere listening to this and he's like, "No, it's cool. It's cool. I understand." And then he was like saying, he accepted his apology in a very condescending way, and that kind of upset Ridge Holland again, so he stormed off. Then he saw the LWO and they said, "Listen, we know you from SmackDown. We know this apology is not real. We know this is just a fake apology." So he storms off again, and as he closes the door, Cruz del Toro's hand's in the way. And they basically implied that he hurt him on purpose, but he's going to call it an accident again. So they're running with that again of hurting people. It's going to be interesting to see what Ridge Holland actually does at the end of this. Now, onto a match that I was pretty excited for. Natalya versus Roxanne Perez. Now, This was a different match to Roxanne's usual match. It was a lot more technical. Obviously, it was more of a Natalya style of match, which I quite enjoyed. Roxanne still looks great as always, and she ended up getting the Pop Rocks win over Natalya after Lola Vice came out and attacked, kicked. It looked very weak. Anyway, she got a hold. She attacked Natalya in some fashion, and then that's allowed Roxanne to get the win. They afterwards, Lola Vice was talking to the camera backstage, cutting a promo. She mentioned the NXT North American Women's Championship, and then Natalya attacked her backstage before they got split up by referees and security and stuff. Then out came Obafemi for his promo after winning in that spectacular triple threat match at Stand and Deliver, where he basically said this is the genesis of his title reign, and he cut a promo, and then out comes Ivar. Yes, Ivar. Ivar from Raw. That was a surprise. I did not expect Ivar of all people. I'm thinking maybe a Wesley return at some point, or something like that. But Ivar. Anyway, Ivar comes out. He cuts a promo. I didn't know that man could talk. He cuts a promo. Oba then attacks Ivar. He headbutts him. Ivar fights back. Leaves Oba laying on the floor, which was a surprise. So this could be an absolute banger match, low key. But I'm super excited for it whenever it happens. It might be happening at Spring Breaking coming on in a couple weeks' time. Then we had Jada Parker versus Brindley Reese, where Jada Parker seemed to get a somewhat, I wouldn't say easy win, but she was definitely the more established character, so she got the win fairly easily. Not much to say about this match. Both really green wrestlers, both learning their craft. Nothing bad, nothing good, just average stuff. Then we had the main event, which was Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin, the champions, versus Axiom and Nathan Frazer for about the fourth time now, but they put on a banger every single time. Anyway, this match was an absolute banger, like I said. As always, Nathan Frazer and Axiom are so damn good together. Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker, we know, are so damn good together. So they cooked. They really cooked. But Axiom and Nathan Frazer got the win. Bron almost speared Baron Corbin. And then they sent Bron to the outside. This is where they took over, and they ended up beating Baron Corbin. Wow, new champions. It was kind of expected, when they made the match again on NXT and a couple days after the one at Stand and Deliver. It was expected. Bron is clearly going to the main roster. I hope he takes Baron Corbin with him. I pray that he takes Baron Corbin with him, at least to kickstart Bron. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'll be a story that you can kickstart Bron straight into rather than him having to do these squash matches for no reason. So that's what I would like. Then we moved on to Trick Williams cutting a promo right at the end. Cutting a promo, calls out Eli Dragunov. Basically says he wants his match. This is what he needs to achieve in NXT. This is his next goal. Eli basically says, cool, we can have the match at Spring Break-In. But, Trick Williams, if you lose, you leave NXT. They shake hands. And of course, Carmelo Hayes comes out and attacks both of them. Lays them out. Stands tall with the NXT title. I'm expecting a triple threat match with, I don't know what, but I don't know who's going to end up winning that at all, but I'm expecting a triple threat match. With that being said, NXT was pretty decent. Some few shocking surprises, like Ivar, like Nathan and Axiom winning. Decent show overall, flowed nicely, decent matches. Good stuff as always with NXT. Not too many cringeworthy moments because that sometimes puts me off NXT, but I enjoyed the show nonetheless. With that being said, guys, we'll see you guys on the next review. Take care. Peace.